Hi there. I wonder where you run to in life when you find yourself in a tight spot. There's an interesting proverb, and it's found in 18:10. It says, "The name of the Lord is a strong tower. The godly run to him, and they are safe." What a great promise that is. But there are some people, when they face tough situations in life, instead of running towards God, they allow those disappointments and frustrations to cause distance between them and God. There are some who perhaps feel guilty that perhaps they in their own lives have contributed, have perhaps caused a certain level of personal responsibility for the mess that they're in. They don't run towards God, they rather turn the other way from him and run away and compound the situation so that it gets out of hand and becomes even more complex, and they themselves become more vulnerable in the situation. The very one that can make us truly safe and give us security doesn't do so based on our circumstances, but does so based on his certain character. The one who will never let us down, the one who is always true, the one who will always keep his word and be faithful to himself as well as to us. And yet he's the very one often we push away and keep to the perimeter and periphery of our lives. There are others who perhaps use God as a last resort, and we try and work it out by ourselves, and when it doesn't come together, then at the last minute we say, "God, we cry out to you. Will you step in? Will you help us? Will you rescue us?" Meanwhile, the situation has escalated, and perhaps there's been further collateral damage sustained. So the situation becomes more complex, more messy for us. We need to develop those spiritual instincts that cause us to spontaneously turn to God and embrace his loving desire to help us. Whatever we're facing in life, whatever's going on in our world and situation, if we realize the strength and the authority that is contained in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, then we would surely not drag our feet, but we would turn to the one immediately who is best placed to help us. Don't be out in the open where you're vulnerable. Don't be caught out in a situation where the enemy can just take you to a place where you shouldn't need to be. You can come to the high tower, to the one who will never fail you, never disappoint you. You can rely on the divine ramparts to give you that protection, God's walls of love and grace that give you the security that you need right now in what you're facing. So where do you run to when you are in a tight spot? God's arms are open wide, ready to embrace you as you run towards him and fling yourself into his care with utter abandonment. His unfailing love will sustain you. His unfailing love will be that protection, that security that you need right now in life. So I encourage you, run to God today because he is that high tower. Bless you.